A very good evening, friends. Myself S.S. Jugail, and today I am going to deliver the lecture on hole and shaft basis system and also give the information about the allowances. So, what is the hole basis system? In the hole basis system, the hole size is kept constant and the shaft size is varied to give the various types of fits. In this system, lower deviation of the hole is 0. That is, lower limit of the hole is same as is equal to basic size. The upper limit of the hole and the two limits of the size of the shafts are then varied to give desired type of fit. So hole basis system is a system in which lower limit, that is lower limit of the hole, kept constant to achieve the different uh, different types of fits. Then what is the shaft basis system? In the shaft basis system, the shaft size is kept constant and the size of the hole is varied to achieve the different types of fits. In the particular shaft basis system, the upper deviation of the shaft is 0, that is upper limit of the shaft is a basic size, and the various types of fits are obtained by varying the lower limit of the shaft and both the limits of the hole. This is nothing but shaft basis system. So look at this particular hole basis system and shaft basis system indicated over here. In case of hole basis system, hole size is kept constant. Look at this, hole size is kept constant and you have to vary the shaft size to achieve clearance, transition and interference fit. In this particular hole's basic system, lower limit of the hole is equal to basic size. Look at this. This is the lower limit of the hole is equal to basic size. This is a shaft basis system in which you have to keep constant this particular shaft size and vary. You have to keep constant the upper limit of the shaft constant, that is upper limit of the shaft is equal to basic size in case of shaft basis system. That is, you have to keep constant the shaft and vary the hole size to achieve the clearance, transition and interference fit. Look at this. In this clearance fit, this is the clearance. In case of transition fit, we further reduced the hole size. In case of interference fit, we further reduced the hole size. In this way, we can achieve the different fits in case of shaft basis system. So, what is the difference between the hole and shaft basis system? In case of hole basis system, hole size is kept constant and shaft size is varied. But in case of shaft basis system, shaft size is kept constant. You have to vary the hole size. The basic size is taken as the lower limit of the hole, whereas in case of shaft basis system, basic size of the shaft is taken as the one of the limit, that is maximum size of the shaft, that is upper limit of the shaft. The high limit of the size of the hole and the two limits of the size of the shafts are selected to give the desired fit. In particular shaft based system, the other limit of the size of the shaft and two limits of the holes are selected to give the desired fit. The actual size of the hole is within the tolerance limit, where the actual size of the hole is within the tolerance limit is always less than the basic size in case of shaft based system. In case of hole based system, hole gets the letter H, capital H, and the shaft gets the letter O. It decides the position of the tolerance. Where in this system, shafts get the letter small h and the hole gets the different letters to decide the position of the tolerance zone to obtain the desired fit. So the hole based system is commonly used instead of shaft basis because it is more convenient to make the correct holes of fixed size. How we can make the correct holes of fixed size? As holes are made from standard drill bits, it is easier to measure quality and dimensional accuracy. But in a shaft based system, measuring a hole requires many standard dimension gauges, which increases the cost, which could be a rework or scrapping, and it is also time consuming. In case of shaft based system is used when the ground bars or drawn bars are readily available. So in case of shaft basis and hole based system, what is the maximum and minimum metal conditions? There is a maximum and minimum metal condition for shaft, and there is a maximum and minimum metal condition for hole. Let us consider a shaft having a dimension of 40 plus or minus 0.05 mm. The maximum metal limit of the shaft will have the dimension of 40.05 mm because at this higher limit, shaft have the maximum possible amount of metal. The shaft will have the least possible amount of metal at lower limit, that is at a limit of 39.95 mm, and this limit of shaft is known as minimum or least metal limit. Similarly, consider a hole having a dimension of 45 plus or minus 0.05 mm. The hole will be a maximum possible amount of metal at lower limit, that is 44.95 mm, and the lower limit of the hole is designated as maximum mml, that is maximum metal limit. For example, when the hole is drilled in a component, minimum amount of material is removed at the lower limit of size of the hole. This lower limit of the hole is known as minimum metal limit. Sorry, maximum metal limit. The higher limit of the hole will be the least metal limit. At a high limit 45.05 mm, the hole will be the least possible amount of metal. The maximum and minimum metal conditions are shown in this particular figure. So look at this. Lower limit of the shaft always belongs to the least metal limit. Why? Because at the lower limit, shaft contains the less amount of metal. In case of upper limit of the shaft is belong to the maximum metal condition. Why? Because look at this. This is upper limit of the shaft. For this upper limit of the shaft, it is a maximum metal limit because when we machine the shaft to the upper limit, it contains maximum amount of metal. Hence, upper limit of the shaft is maximum metal condition or maximum metal limit. In case of hole, this is exactly opposite because at the upper limit of the hole, the metal remained is less. So upper limit of the hole belongs to the least metal limit. But in case of lower limit of the hole, the material remained beside the hole is high or is more. That's why lower limit of the hole belongs to the maximum metal limit conditions. Next is allowance. An allowance is the intentional difference between the maximum metal limits, that is lower limit of hole and higher limit of shaft. Minimum clearance or maximum interference of the two mating parts. It is prescribed a difference between the dimensions of the mating parts to obtain the desired type of fit. Allowance may be positive or negative. Positive allowance indicates a clearance fit and an interference fit is indicated by negative allowance. Allowance is equal to lower limit of hole minus higher limit of shaft. So what are the types of allowance? There are different types of allowance are there in the market or in the manufacturing. Number one is finish or machining allowance. The allowance is provided on the pattern if the casting is to be machined. This allowance is given in addition to the shrinkage allowance. The amount of this particular allowance varies from 1.6 to 12.5 mm, which depends upon the type of the casting metal, size, and the shape of the casting. There are another different types of allowance, what we call as a pattern allowance. There are five types of pattern allowance: shrinkage or contraction allowance, machining or finish allowance, draft or taper allowance, distortion or chamber allowance, shake or wrapping allowance. So shrinkage allowance. Almost all cast metals shrink or contract volumetrically on cooling. So there are two types of shrinkage: liquid shrinkage and solid shrinkage. Liquid shrinkage refers to the reduction in the volume when the metal changes from liquid state to solid state. At the solid temperature, the account for this shrinkage riser which feed the liquid metal to the casting are provided in the mold. Next is solid shrinkage. It refers to the reduction in volume caused when the metal loses its temperature in solid state. To account for this particular shrinkage allowance is provided on the pattern. Almost all cast metals shrink or contract volumetrically after the solidification, and therefore the pattern to obtain a particular sized casting is made oversize by an amount equal to that of the shrinkage or contraction. Different metal shrinks at different rates because of shrinkage is a property of the cast or metal alloy. The metal shrinkage depends upon number one, cast metal or alloy, number two, solidification temperature of metal alloy, casted dimensions, casting design aspects, and last, molding conditions, that is mold materials and molding methods employed. So this is the chart which gives the rate of contraction of various metals. This is the material dimension and allowance given in inch or inch per feet. For the grey cast iron, it is up to 0.125 inch per feet. For up to the 2 feet dimensions. Similarly, for 2 to 4 feet dimension and over 4 feet dimensions are 1.0.105 and 0.083. In this way, you have different dimensions having a different shrinkage allowances for cast steel, aluminum, and magnesium. Machining allowance. A casting is given in all allowance for machining because casting get oxidized in the mold, and during heat treatment, scales, etc., thus form need to be removed. It is intended to remove the surface roughness and other imperfections from the casting. It is required to achieve the exact casting dimensions. Machining allowance also provided for the surface finish required on the casting. So how much extra metal or how much machining allowance should be provided depend upon the following factor listed below. It is based on how much amount of metal or how much amount of machining allowance is given depends upon the nature of metal, size and shape of casting, the type of machining operations to be employed for. So machining allowance, this is the machining allowance chart as per their dimensions and allowances for cast iron, cast steel, and non-ferrous respective. These are the respective dimensions with respect to this particular allowances in inches. Next is draft or taper allowance. It is given to all surfaces perpendicular to parting line. Draft allowance is given so that the pattern can be easily removed from the molding material. tightly packed around it with out to avoid the damage of the mold cavity. Okay, so the amount of taper depends upon shape and size of the pattern in the depth direction in contact with the mold cavity. Second is molding methods. Third is mold material, and last is draft allowance is imparted on the internal as well as external surfaces. Of course, it is more on the internal surface. So these are all about the shaft hole, shaft hole base system, hole base system, and about the allowances. If you have any query, then comment in the comment box so that I can solve your query. Thank you. Thank you very much.